All right, on today's episode of Nothing Major, we got to recap Wuhan, Shanghai, and a little preview of the 6 King Slam, or 5 King Slams and Tsitsipas, as some might say. With that, let's get going. All right, everyone, we are back. Got Jack, John, Stevie, the suits at SIFT. Exciting week of tennis, but before tennis, we want to talk a little pickleball. Jack, big week for you, pickleball. Do you not pop a semifinal?
I did. I popped a semi, and some would say I choked. Thank you. You guys are all laughing at me. So
we've got a good clip of you playing as well. So we want you to explain this. This is Jack playing Connor Garnett.
You guys set me up. I got set up.
What? That's a ball. That's a double bounce right there, and we just want your rebuttal to that.
Is it?
Is it?
It's hard to tell. I feel like.
Boom! It just clips the ground right there.
It would be hard to tell, but I mean, in real time, it was probably difficult to tell to discern whether it was.
You know what? You know what it is? I'm giving my absolute all here, and you guys probably don't understand the foot speed that goes into trying to get to that ball.
You do have crazy foot speed.
I definitely don't.
And when you're moving that fast and you're in the grind, you don't want to lose this guy again. At the end of the day, you have to go with what the refs say, and the refs didn't say anything, so I kept playing the point.
I love it.
Like everyone else, obviously saw the clip after. It felt a lot closer than that. Thought I got a little bit of edge guard on my Selkie, but clearly it bounced almost 4 times before I got there. But
for the audio listeners, it was a clip of Jack playing pickleball this week. It was probably the most obvious double bounce that anyone's ever. I mean, yeah, probably. It was an obvious double bounce. Jack just had to keep playing, right? Sometimes you can't tell. Ended up winning the whistle. Yeah, you played through the whistle. Like Jack said, you got to go with what the umpires say.
Yeah, I ran over to it. Like obviously, I made an attempt at the ball and then didn't hear anything, so I just kept moving and never heard anything. Never heard. And as you know, Don Stanley is the best in the business.
Yes, PPA ref Don Stanley.
He's the Muhammad of the ATP tour, the PPA tour. So he didn't say anything, so I figured his eyes were gold and kept playing. I think it rattled Garnett a little bit.
Shout out to PPA ref Don Stanley. All right, good stuff. All right, we just had to call you out on that. That was funny.
That was awesome.
All right, let's move on to Shanghai, the featured racket sport event of the week. One of the craziest weeks of tennis we've ever seen. Let me start with Isner. Vacherot takes out his coven, Rinderknecht. Is this the craziest storyline? Is this what did I say? What's wrong?
You said coven.
You
said coven.
Coven?
You can't even get cousin right.
You said coven.
I said cousin.
No, you didn't.
Let me start the segment over.
No, we're not starting anything over.
Fine.
The word was coven, and then I was going to let slide. Then Stevie goes,
"Jeez Louise,"
like this, and then I started laughing.
My bad. We're recording late right now.
That's all good.
All right, Vacherot takes out his cousin, Rinderknecht. John, is this the craziest tennis story we've seen in a decade?
Easily. I absolutely think it is. I mean, the fact that I think having someone ranked 70 or so, which Rinderknecht was ranked ish, and playing someone 204, just having that final alone with not being relatives, I think would take the cake as being the craziest tennis story in the last decade. But add on the fact that they're cousins, and on top of that, they were college teammates at Texas A&M. It's out of control. And Vacherot played number 4 at Texas A&M. He's been grinding in the challengers for a long time. He's about 26 or 27 years old, I think.
Yep. 26 years old.
And he just battled through. I heard he was also an alternate.
He was like the 9th alternate.
Came through qualifying, won the tournament 5 different times. He was also down a set.
Yep.
I mean, Jack, sometimes we see this with men's chic, but you see it with guys ranked 50 to 70, and they're 19, 20, 21 years old. For a 26-year-old to do this, come out of nowhere and win a Masters series, again, something I don't think we've never seen before, and we may never see again.
Yeah, and I think he got in the day before. I also read somewhere, got into qualies the day before or something. The tournament starts, got there
wins all the matches. Yeah, I mean, just following the story was crazy, and then the fact that they end up playing. I think when you have the semis with Novak, Medvedev, and those two, I'm not sure any of us had that final peg, but there it was, and yeah, absolutely insane. I think also read somewhere. I think he made more in that tournament. He doubled his career prize money in 1 week.
Yep.
Just all the things that come with it. Like it's just a dream week, obviously, and he's good on him for staying the course, still playing. I mean, at 26, if we're playing challengers and stuff still at that point. Obviously, a lot of people will keep grinding, take their chances, and yeah, it was an unbelievable week, and honestly, it's like a feel good story. I think everyone's like super happy for the guy. I would say insane week.
Yeah, seemed very likable. He had prior to this event, he had made about $500,000 in career prize money. Won Shanghai, got 1.2 million. So he doubled his prize money in one go. He's now ranked. He's up 164 spots. Now ranked 40 in the world. This guy could be seated in Australia if he does well at the end of the year. Stevie, I'm gonna go to you now. How does this even happen? Usually you see these guys make a run to like maybe a quarterfinal, maybe a semifinal. Yeah. But then is this just like all the stars aligning? No Carlos, no Yannick. Novak kind of got hurt and like the draw opened up a little bit. Having said that, he still beat great players.
Yeah, everything kind of stars aligned, as you said. But I'm just glad that we can finally call him in Sam Querrey's mind a professional tennis player. He's in the top 100.
No, I said top 100 as you made it.
Okay. So he's finally made it.
He made it. This guy made it.
Player.
Stevie's receipt keeping is crazy.
Well, I'm just saying, it's crazy that you don't think this guy,
Prior to this, he hadn't made it.
He hadn't made it.
Wasn't even close.
Now he's a Masters champion. You're not a Masters champion.
Yeah, dude, shut up.
Okay.
Just keep.
Okay. All right. But yes, the stars aligned. The stars aligned perfectly for him. He gets into the tournament, last guy in, whatever, day before, gets through qualifying. And then, you take nothing away from who he beat, but he did get himself a workable draw, right? He plays Bublik. You never know what you're going to get as your first seed. Mahat retires.
Of course he retires.
Of course,
What is the retirement count on the year with that guy?
Yeah, someone look up how many times Mahat is retired.
He either wins the tournament or retires. But it's like, then he beats Greek Sport, who beats, who had beaten Sinner, and then Holger Rune's had a crazy year, for his all these guys. The Novak look bad, not bad, but for his standards in the semis. But credit to him, dude, he won the tournament. This is insane to win a Master Series. Just scrolling through X and the internet now, it's like, guys that have the same number of Master Series. It's like, Del Potro and Team and
saw that,
Wawrinka. You're like, this is insane to me, right? Like, this is just absolutely mind blowing. But kudos to him. Like, what a cool story. Like John said, two guys who played college tennis, lived together, and then are cousins on top of that. I mean, that's insane. Could you imagine playing one of your cousins in the finals of a Master Series?
No, it's crazy. Maybe like a challenger or something.
It's crazy.
No, I mean, actually, you kind of can if both cousins.
Yeah, of course.
Top 20 in the world, but yeah, no, this is like.
When's the last time we heard that? Or
it's absurd.
And these are actually cousins, not like the Vliegen scenario.
Yeah, they were not even related. Yeah,
but super cool.
He only learned he was getting into the tournament the day before. He actually sent a text to his friend a couple days before, like, I'm going to go take my chance in Shanghai qualifying because it's a sick run could come at any second. So he obviously, sometimes, as you guys know, you play your best when you're just like last minute in, you have no expectations, you're rolling free, and he did that times 10. Unbelievable.
That's just like so cool.
You guys watch the trophy ceremony at the end?
Yeah, Rinder Kadech was like hurting.
Just cramping up.
But then he's like, my beautiful cousin over here. Like, and then
it was
like,
lovely.
Grandparents would be proud. Yeah, it was like, you didn't have Sinner and Alcaraz, which everyone wants, and Novak bat out. Like, you couldn't ask for a better story, I feel like. The two of these guys, like, I felt like I was cheering for both of them, kind of.
For sure.
Yeah.
I didn't really care who lost, who won, but unbelievable run. Isner, is this a more impressive run than Raducanu qualifying and winning the U.S. Open?
That's
or
a good
can you
question,
not compare them? I mean,
Sam.
they're maybe the two.
No.
They're two comparables.
You absolutely can compare it. I think it's more impressive, yes. But Raducanu, Actually, man, I don't know. It's a bigger story because it's the U.S. Open.
And she didn't drop a set.
I think this is more improbable than what she did. But also, obviously, it being the U.S. Open makes it a bigger story, even though this story is really big in the tennis world. But, yeah, I'm giving it to Vacherot there. It was just unheard of.
I think time will tell, right? Like, I mean, Raducanu's like still been good. She hasn't won any titles since, but at least she's been relevant and still good. Like, if this guy doesn't, gets to 40, obviously, then he's going to be in all these ATP tournaments next year, but like doesn't win any matches, then goes to Shanghai and drops back to like 300 next year.
Yeah.
Then you're like, oh, like that was the craziest thing for 1 week. This guy got hotter than Albie and, got a title. So we'll see what happens in like the next 12 months, but he's going to have an opportunity to play all the Master Series, 250s, right? Like he's going to have chances to win a lot of tour matches.
His life is different. He can schedule his entire calendar out next year. By the way, Mahach, 10 retirements since the U.S. Open last year.
That's insane.
That's absurd, man.
That's absurd. That is absurd.
I'd won in my career.
So that's a little more than a year. Let's say he's played 26 tournaments in that span.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
insane.
It's the third,
almost a third.
More than.
But is that him just not wanting to lose, or like what's the deal? You don't want to like gut out and just take a loss?
I don't know. It's
I
strange.
don't know.
Go back to Vacherot for a second. Jack, do you think he's not playing this week in Stockholm, Brussels, or wherever else there is? Do you think he gets a wild card into Basel, Vienna, or Paris?
No, I mean not like Basel, Vienna. What's his nationality? What?
He's from Monaco, the first ever player from Monaco to win a tournament and a Master Series at that.
Monaco, Paris.
I weirdly think he does. I think he gets a wild card into qualies of like Basel or Vienna.
It also depends on if he's like signed up for challengers those weeks, right? Like maybe he's already signed up for tournaments and he can't get out of them.
Oh, good point. So if he's signed up for a challenger and you get a wild card in a tour event,
I don't think so unless it's in your home country.
Oh.
Well, I mean, if you're him, do not go play a challenger.
Yeah, that'd be tough.
You just go play qualies of like Basel and then Bercy, or it's not even in Bercy, wherever it is this year, and then you shut it down.
Yeah.
But he might already be in those tournaments, so who knows? Today's show is brought to you by Vanguard. To all the financial advisors listening, let's talk bonds for a minute. Capturing value in fixed income is not easy. Bond markets are massive, murky, and let's be real. Lots of firms throw a couple of flashy funds your way and call it a day, but not Vanguard. Vanguard bonds are institutional quality, top-grade products across the board. With over 80 bond funds actively managed by a 200-person global squad of sector specialists, analysts, and traders. Vanguard takes a steady approach. They don't do risky bets or roller coaster rides, just reliability and consistency. They set the standard for what dependable investing should look like. So if you're looking to give your clients consistent results year in and year out, go see the record for yourself at vanguard.com/audio. That's vanguard.com/audio. All investing is subject to risk. Vanguard Marketing Corporation, distributor.
Anyway, it's been nuts this year when Sinner and Alcaraz have not won the tournament. I mean, go back to Indian Wells, Draper wins it. Miami was Menchik. Madrid, Alcaraz withdrew. Casper Ruud wins. Shanghai, we've got this happen. Shelton winning Toronto. That was maybe the only other time like a top 10 guy won the event. But it's the guys at like the 3, 4, 5, 6 spots haven't taken advantage of the events that Sinner and Alcaraz haven't won, which I feel like usually we would see. I'm going to go back to Isner, like fairly surprising when you say that like Fritz or Zverev or the guys in that like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 range haven't capitalized and won a Master Series. Draper, remember when he won Indian Wells, he wasn't ranked that high yet.
Yeah. Draper won Indian Wells and Menchik in Miami and it's a little surprising. I mean, they had some opportunities. I mean, Toronto was wide open with no Sinner or Alcaraz. And Shanghai was pretty open as well with Sinner going out early and Carlos not playing. So yeah, I am a bit surprised that those guys in that little range, maybe even someone like a Rune didn't kind of bust through and win a Masters. Even he's won one before. So yeah, it's a little bit surprising.
Until I see like a big result from Rune, I got to like back off the Rune hype train for a second.
Yeah, I'm with you. Like, I mean, he won like Paris like 3 years ago or something.
Yeah, and everyone's like, Rune right there. Well, no, not anymore.
Yeah, I know.
I think he struggles more with like the expectation. Like when he's expected to win, he stinks.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of players struggle there. Yeah,
right. Like I mean, you're like, oh, you expect him to do well. He's the highest seed, and you're like, and then he lays an egg. He's done it in slams. He's done it at the big tournaments. But when he kind of flies under the radar, he'll beat one of the top guys. You're like, oh, like yeah, it is in there. Like he can do this.
All right, let's pop over to the women in Wuhan. Coco Gauff takes out Jessie Pegula, 6'4", 7'5". Good run for the Americans, especially Coco. Jack, you kind of might know this. Like Coco, I feel like against Jessie Pegula is like an awful matchup for Pegula. Coco hits the ball high and heavy. You've got you don't play anymore, but you have like that heavy topspin. Pegula hits kind of like the flat ball when it's not in her zone. She can have trouble with it, and that's exactly I feel like what happened. Gauff beats her 6'4", 7'5". And I feel like Coco, despite the serving woes through the year, like so mentally solid, such an incredible athlete, and like looked pretty good against not only Pegula, but she wins the tournament.
Yeah, I think it's a great turnaround week for her. Maybe I mean, like I feel like she's kind of obviously not fallen off, but just like not talked about as much. Hasn't been like there winning titles like she normally has or playing in the finals. So hopefully for her. I feel like we always say, hopefully for her, it gives her the confidence back to keep going. It seemed like the serving was better, maybe not all the way there, but yeah, I think when she's firing again on all cylinders, her type of game, and Jessie kind of just being the counter puncher that she is. If Coco's able to dictate, with the heavy balls and heavy style, it's going to be tough for Jessie. Obviously, Jessie's been incredibly consistent. I probably would have, had Jessie up as the favorite just with her results for the last however long compared to Coco's, but. Yeah, great week for her, and hopefully can take this and keep rolling into some big results because obviously the sport loves her. Everyone loves cheering for her. But yeah, overall great week for both Americans and good for Coco.
Stevie, Coco 9-0 in hardcourt finals. Like you come up against her in a final, you're done.
That's a great stat.
That's such a good stat.
That's unbelievable.
And let's remind people, like she doesn't play a lot of small tournaments.
Correct.
These are 9-0 in big time tournament finals.
But it's so good to see. I mean, just she was struggling, pre-US Open, at the US Open, right? Like with the serve, it was on, and there's nowhere to hide in the sport. If you're struggling with something and you're, if you're Coco and you're on Ash and you're struggling with your serve, like that's got to be like one of the hardest feelings to go and deal with. So for her to go out here, win this tournament pretty much in dominant fashion, it's got to, give her a lot of confidence that it's just, a minor bump in an already incredible career that she will get over and she will continue to have success. Still, so young and so talented. So there's still plenty of great tennis ahead for her. So great to see her kind of bounce back from those struggles in the summer. And, if she's playing like this, that's got to be dangerous for the rest of the women's tour.
Yeah. The American women have basically been dominating for like 25 years. But John, the women's World Tour finals in 3 weeks. We have 4 of the 8. Half the women we have Anna Masova, Coco Gauff, Jessica Pegula, and Madison Keys in the women's final. Like we keep talking about, like men's U.S. tennis is like great, and then like the women are just like, no, like hold my beer, like we're still better. Pretty impressive to have 4 in the World Tour finals for them. Yeah,
very impressive. I mean, the men are likely going to get 2. I mean, no more than 2. It's either 1 or 2 with Taylor Fritz and Ben Shelton. But yeah, the women it's business as usual for our American women. What they did at the slams this year, so incredibly impressive. And I think we talked about it on the last pod, like who has had the most impressive year for American women's players, and it's still up for debate. I think you got to see how the rest of the year shakes out to be able to give a possibly definitive answer on that question. So it's really great to see these 4 girls at the top of the American rankings right now, still doing so well. And hopefully they can all finish the year strong. Obviously 3 of them played exceptionally well in over there in Asia.
I think Amanda Anamasova will hit number 1 in the world at some point in the next 12 months. You guys, yes or no? If you had to bet right now.
I think so. Leading into like the French next year where she, or even, Wimby, where she like makes the final. Yeah, she has all of January, February, March to like big tournaments for sure. I think she has that ability.
All right, I want to ask you guys, 6 Kings Slam is this week. Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday. There's no sports in Saudi Arabia on Friday. I've learned that today. Is this something you guys are going to watch? Do you think? It's Alcaraz, Novak, and then we've got Taylor Fritz, Yannick Sinner, and Tsitsipas. I want to know, let me go to Stevie. Are you going to, it's on Netflix, which is cool.
Yeah.
Remember last year they had it, the camera was a little high. It wasn't the best watch. Now it's on Netflix, the production's going to be better. Is this something, I don't know what time they play, let's assume the match is at 6 p.m. your time. Is this a tournament? It's an EXO, but big money on the line, $1.5 million for everyone to show up. We're debating right now if the winner gets a bonus of 4.5 or 6. Regardless, I think it's all right. So if you win the thing, it's $6 million. Is this something, Stevie, you are going to go out of your way to watch, or is this just an exhibition and you don't care that much?
I do care. Time zones are hard to figure out, so I don't know when it's on here for me in the Southern California area. But I'm just, ever since Tsitsipas has been like announced like as like the replacement for, I think it was Draper, I just have been going down the list of all the guys that like are really bummed they're playing Stockholm or Antwerp or Brussels this week because they probably would have been picked over him.
Wouldn't you love to know the list of guys that were asked and they were just like, I can't do it?
Yes. And they're like, oh, we can't because I signed up for Stockholm. I got to go play this $250 instead of taking $1.5 million guarantee and go play for, another $4.5. But
okay, are we certain that Tsitsipas is getting $1.5 million guarantee? And are we also certain that Alcaraz is making the same $1.5 million that like Taylor Fritz is?
We can only go based on what we're reading. But valid point. For all we know, Alcaraz is getting $10 million and Tsitsipas is getting $100,000.
But that's what, so if that's the case, that still is crazy. Like if you're anybody ahead of Tsitsipas, you're like, I wish I wasn't playing Stockholm or something this week and was able to go there. But I'll watch when I'll watch when it gets to Carlos and Jannik in the final. That's about it.
I got a maybe a dumb question. Why is Sinner not like seeded 2 or whatever Novak is, or is that just a tournament seeding thing?
So this is where I get confused too. They seed you based on the number of slams you've won.
Okay.
But then also, then why isn't Novak the 1 seed?
Well, that doesn't make any sense then.
Does it really matter though at that point?
I know. So I don't actually know the answer to that, but that's what I heard.
Is it like a Wimbledon, just seed how you see fit?
I will say, like last year, I remember talking to Darren Cahill earlier this year. He said last year when Sinner and Alcaraz played in the finals of that, it felt as intense as any major final. Like the whole teams were there. There's $6 million on the line. Like, yes, it was an exhibition, but with that much on the line, it had the feeling and intensity of a full-on real match. Zverev plays Fritz. Does Zverev finally get him?
No.
Do you think is Fritz going to reel off like 12 in a row against Zverev over the next few years?
And I think this is true just because like we've talked. I mean, we know Fritz really well, and I feel like Zverev is like openly talking about how he can't beat him. So it's just like this mind game now, and I think Fritz is like, I own him, and Fritz will never get off that in the rest of his life. He's like, I own him. I will never lose to him. I will die before I lose to him. And then Zverev on the other side is like, I don't think I can beat him. So like, I think this could last like a big number if they keep playing.
Do we think because it's on Netflix, if Sinner and Alcaraz play the final, does that final get more views than a Masters Series final or even a Slam final because it's on Netflix?
No.
Or is the exhibition and just people don't care?
I just don't think it like who's gonna like on Saturday like, oh, this is a big final. Nobody knows how the schedule works. Like, I think it's hard.
I think if you turn on Netflix, though, and it's advertised right there at the top, it could draw people.
But what time is it in the States? That's the issue.
We don't know.
Nobody knows these things.
You can watch it on a tape delay.
No, thanks. No, that's another thing. You're not watching sports on a tape delay. That's impossible.
No, I'm with you. I am with you.
You used to do that back in the day when you didn't have all the access you had, but now that's insane.
Yeah. All right, I guess that's all we got for today. A Monday recap show. I mean, we had the men in Shanghai and the women. Oh, Jack, you've got your hand raised.
I got just non-tennis, unrelated thing. Big fan of your new background after your move, Sam.
I did. I moved. You guys like that?
Big fan of the backdrop.
I was going to say something. Yeah.
Where's the
moved
sombrero?
to a new house over the last 3 or 4 days.
Hold on. Is that
fan.
an Atlanta doubles finalist bowl behind you?
Had to fill the spaces, huh?
The orange one?
No way.
That is
Sam.
Doubles.
Sam, that's embarrassing. You've got to move that.
That's so gross.
To be fair, my mom did this. I haven't looked at where all the trophies are.
Also want to know what the art piece is to the left over there.
Which one?
What's the art piece over there? Is it Jumanji? What does it say?
That's from the New York Open. Isner, you know that one? Belgrade.
No way.
That thing weighs like. I took out Isner in the final. That thing weighs like 60 pounds. I think
It's
I said
huge.
this
It's so
earlier.
heavy. I remember that.
I literally paid $3,000 in baggage fees for the next like 3 weeks taking that thing through Europe because it weighs so much.
It's heavy. The thing is like,
I can't pick it up. It says nothing on it either. It is just that piece of gold. Says nothing.
Like
At least put the Houston finalist trophy over the Atlanta doubles finalist.
man.
Oh, the Houston one's just like the ball.
What do you
the
guys
goal ball, yeah, I
don't
do
know
with
where
your
it is.
trophies, Stevie,
Yeah,
Jack? I actually finally decided I'm throwing them all away.
You're just throwing them away?
I don't know. They're kind of gaudy. I don't know. It takes a weird person to show them up in their house and have maybe make it your background for a podcast or something.
I'm gonna do that.
I'm not with John on that.
No, actually, I'm not throwing away. They're in, I put them in a a storage container.
Yeah, that's
They're gonna go up in the attic.
Yeah.
I found a Vienna doubles finalist trophy in the garage the other day when I was cleaning things out.
With Demolinaire from
Yeah.
what are the odds?
Yep.
That's a good story, Sam.
That is a good story.
That is.
Vienna.
We'll get to it in Vienna.
Yeah, we'll get to it in
Yeah,
Vienna.
we'll tell it
Good
next
call.
week. We'll tell it
Good
next
call.
week.
Good call.
That was a funny one. All right. Unless you guys got anything else, we can end this and we'll be back on Friday. Oh, you got something, John?
No, I'm saying I don't have anything.
I know.
I was telling Sam last week while Sam and I were golfing last week. You guys went over the tennis court segment of like proper courts. Good banter after I left last week's. We have
Yes.
this coffee table book at the house. It's like beautiful tennis courts. My wife's aunt got it for the house, and I was like scrolling through it like not too long ago, and I was like, oh, this is cool. And my daughter comes over and she's like sitting there. And we're flipping through the page. I'm like, I lost here. I've lost here. I've lost here. We flipped through like 45 pages, and I was like, I've lost on this court in Portugal. I've lost on this. And it wasn't even like the big ones.
Yeah.
It was like the small tournaments. I was like, golly, I thought it was better.
Well, I mean, if you didn't win the tournament, you probably took a loss on it.
Yeah, but I actually don't remember ever winning on them. I just am like, I lost to that guy there, lost to that guy there. Hey.
Yeah, just more losses than wins on these courts.
Yeah, there was a lot. It was kind of made me think that my career was shitty, but that's fine.
As a tease for Friday's episode, two of the segments we're going to do a segment on, we're going to all go back to the first time we played Roger, the first time we played Rafa, first time we played Novak, and who were you most nervous against. And we're also going to go do a segment, players we wish we were friends with. Guys,
like
we were
this one.
everyone kind of got along with everyone, but who do you wish you were like really good friends with, you're going to dinners with? It could be our era or new guys. So look forward to that on Friday. As always, we're on X, TikTok, Instagram, @NothingMajorShow. And we'll see you guys on Friday.
Go Chiefs.